Hello guys, welcome to Quick Code Academy. So in this lecture we are going to look at different type of input fields we have in HTML. So whenever you want to use any type of input field, you should always use the form tag first. So if you see in this HTML we have used form tag. So let's look at first type of input. So first type of input is input type text. So even if you not mention this type, it will be by default type of text. So in input type text we have this kind of field where you can enter any alphanumeric thing. So here you can type character as well as numbers. So then next type of input we have is number. So when we mention type as number, so that means in that particular input field we can only enter numbers. No other characters are applicable in this field. So and here we have increase and decrease functionality as well. So whatever number you have entered in this input field, you can increment or decrement that number. And the next type of input field we have is input type password. So whenever we give any login functionality, that time that input field should be secure. It should not be visible to naked eyes. So in that case we can use input type as password. So this password field gives us ability to hide our password. Suppose if I want to enter something, then it will be visible in this format so that any other human being cannot see the password directly. So next type of input field we have is input type color. So when we mention input type as color, so it gives us one color picker. So it is different for different browser. So currently I am on Chrome, so it will look like something like this, and here the person can select any color he want. So this is not used much, but this is one of the input field we have in HTML. So we can take advantage of this functionality whenever it is possible. So next type of input type we have is input type radio. So if you see, there are two properties. So one is input type where we mention the type of input, and there is one more field like name. So if we give name same to two different radio buttons, so that means they are part of one group. So here you can see this male and female are part of one group, that is gender. So now when I select female, then male is not selected. So now if I try to select male, then female is not selected. So this is one of the functionality is provided by HTML inputs. So then again we have one more input field known as checkbox. So whenever we want to give tick functionality to user, so at that time we can make use of input type check. So if now I click on this one, so it will tick that particular field. So next type of input we have is input type file. So suppose we want user to input any file instead of text or other things, so that time we can give this input type as file. So what it does is it gives ability for user to select any kind of file. So next type we have is input type date. So input type date is used many times whenever if user want to enter any date in the form, so at that time we can make use of input type date. And based on browser, it will give calendar to user, from where user can select any date he wants. So now I'm selecting 29 July 2022. So if I select this, it will be populated in this field. So next type of email is the next type format we have in input. So whenever if we try to enter any value and if we need HTML validator for that, so at that time if we provide type as email and if we try to enter any value which is not matching the pattern, and then if we try to submit it, then it will prompt one message that this is not in proper format, we need to add email over here. So likewise it gives us ability for HTML validation by default. So suppose if we want to submit this form, then we have one more type as type submit. So if I submit that, then we can use the values of all other fields which are there inside this form. And the next type we have is input type reset. So now you can see I have filled all the things in this input type field which are part of one form, and if I now click on reset, so all the values will be resetted and would be blank. Another use case of this reset is, suppose if we have some default value. So just to show you, I'm giving one default value to this input field ABC. Now I'm clicking on the run. So this has pre-populated value as ABC. Now if I change this value to some other value and now I click on reset, then it will be resetted to the default state. So these are the major types of input we have in HTML. So let me know how was this lecture. Thank you, and please like this video. Thank you.